Can I ask something?
Yes, of course.
How old are you? You don't have to give me the exact number, but like, okay.
I hit a point in my life where I was graduating and I decided, okay, Jolene, I need to figure out something that I want to do. And I was very lost because I have a lot of background in different fields. I was a personal assistant once, I was a barista once, I did digital marketing, but I also did emceeing, hosting, I was ex-pageant, a lot of weird, odd jobs here and there.
Can I ask something?
Yes, of course.
How old are you? You don't have to give me the exact number, but like, okay. The reason I ask is because you show a very youthful energy.
Yeah.
All right, and then you mentioned that you're like just finished university and all that kind of stuff. But then you mentioned all the work experience.
Yeah. I started working when I was 16, 15, 16. So, and I was a major hustler back then. I did not know how to prioritize. And any sort of job I would get, I would just say yes, which led to a lot of burnouts. So I definitely learned from that. And that's why, like, especially this season that I'm in, I try not to, I mean, I'm very picky with the sort of jobs that I take in right now.
Where did that hustler mindset
come from?
from?
I got the hustler mindset simply because I wanted to earn more pocket money.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that sole reason. I wanted to earn money, and also I felt like I wanted to learn. And the best part, I mean, the best way to learn is through all these experiences.
That's true.
Okay, just do. My family was very supportive, but when it came to like modeling and acting and all that, in regards to the entertainment scene, in the beginning they were not the most supportive, as what typical Asians would be lah, right? But eventually I'm like, hey mom, this is how much I'm earning. Hey mom, I'm getting paid for this job. And I guess they kind of saw the potential in, okay, actually she's making pocket money.
Yeah.
And I would say that I'm not too bad in front of the camera and all that, and I can still get jobs. So yeah, that's...
I have 2 daughters of my own.
What?
Yeah. You see?
Huh? Really?
Yeah. Bringing up girls, there is that thing of like, you know, you don't want to be too hard on them, and then because you know the girls, which, you know, I don't really firmly believe in that. I believe in raising your kids with the intention of making sure that they're able to, you know, cari makan for themselves when they grow up and be as strong and as independent as they can be, and form their own choices and opinions. But yeah, as a parent, you know, knowing that your kid is like working in the entertainment sector and all that, and let's be honest, the entertainment sector has its fair share of like horror stories and all this kind of stuff. So as a parent, you're always concerned about that. But I think one thing that puts people at ease is the fact that, you know, when you see that, okay lah, my kid can survive, and they seem happy, and they don't seem to be doing drugs, and their friends seem okay. So there's situations where you'll be able to control. Like one goal I have for myself is to get my kids drunk when they're old enough for the first time, because that is a lesson I don't want them to learn outside from other people. You know, it's things like, it's easy to say like, oh, I like doing this, I like doing that, right? But when it becomes like the main component of your life, when it becomes the thing that feeds you and all this kind of stuff, right? When it comes to that point where like, oh, I can't let go of this thing even if I don't like it anymore. You know, you need to have like that very realistic thought in your head sometimes. So like what you're doing, like with diversifying your careers, you know, building your empire, as I would say, yeah, that is a very, very smart step.
Thank you. I actually beg to differ. I think diversification, or like diversifying what I'm doing, is great, yes, but also I sometimes feel like I do too many things, and it becomes very hard to create my identity in the society. And I really relate to you when you say take time figuring out yourself, because that's something I don't do enough. You know, in this era, you're always on social media, you're always on TikTok lah, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, and you're always consuming content with what? You're always consuming other people's content and seeing how great their life is, because everybody likes to portray their best sides on social media.
Yeah.
And that would kind of like
it eats away in the back of your brain.
Yes, it distracts you and you're like, oh, maybe I should do this too. And that's my biggest struggle, I feel. I think for me, like, I definitely need my own space.
Yeah.
You know, like, I would love to take like a day or two, just like, okay, no phones, detox entirely, grab like a pen, not even like my phone, but grab like a pen and pencil and like sit down in a corner and just like reflect. That's the ideal situation. However, it's quite impossible nowadays. I haven't had time to detox. But yeah, ideal situation is to do that.
My thing has always been to just have nobody around me. I think it's the same with Jolene as well. Except mine doesn't involve the pen and paper. Mine involves nothing. It's just me sitting in the corner. Because yeah, I am a massive hermit. The only way I truly like feel at peace and like safe is when there is literally no one in the house.
Wow.
At some level, I'm an extremely empathetic person. So I'm able to pick up like what someone is feeling or like how the room is feeling and all this kind of stuff, which helps because when it comes to like, you know, you want to make whether it's content or just want to fit in the conversation or fit in the group, it helps because you're able to like sense all these kind of things, right? The problem is that I am not naturally an extrovert. Yeah, it's something I know how to put up and perform. Yeah. So
I agree. Yeah.
So honestly, it is extremely taxing.
Yes.
It is extremely taxing for me. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think like I've always realized, I've always felt that I am an introvert trained to be an extrovert. Yeah, so when you mention like it's really taxing and you definitely have to put a certain amount of energy in socializing, I feel that too.
Yeah.
Definitely trained. Trained. All the experiences, all the job opportunities that I've went through, very, very blessed to have all of them because each of them teach you different things. And I think socializing is a very important skill. Whether you're having a conversation face-to-face is very different to having a conversation online. And people need to learn how to socialize more.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think the first time I tried stand-up, I've had quite a few moments in my life I'm quite happy with. The most recent one for me would have been stand-up because that kind of helped get me into this whole content creation thing and it helped me get out of a really bad spot before. But yeah, I think one of the big happy points was when I got to voice for Kumar in Bola Kampung the movie.
Wow.
And then I got to sit in the cinema and it wasn't the gala. I don't remember if I went to the gala, but like I remember like buying tickets and sitting in the movie hall and being like among like regular people watching it and hearing people like laugh or react when my line came out. I was like,
yes.
Yeah.
In public, I actually don't like people looking at me. I get very shy. Yeah, so often in malls, I am quite lengthy. So people do notice me easily. And there were a few times where I was walking in the malls and my friends would be like, Jolene, why is everybody looking at you? And I'm like, I don't know, I don't want them to look at me. But at the same time, I feel like I'm happy with streaming. You're able to control how you're branding yourself.
Yeah.
Because previously I was engaged with a lot of other brands and all that, and it was very easy to get lost, very easy to get branded as something else and someone you're not. And that affected me mentally a lot because I'm thinking, these people who follow me now, they think I am all like girly and like, oh, I eat my pinky up, whatever. And I'm like, I'm quite boyish actually. Like
I've seen Joe Bro.
Oh yeah. Bro Joe,
yes.
Sorry. But yeah, I'm not very like girly. I love the outdoors. I love the adventure and all that. And with stream, I'm able to really portray myself and yeah.
How much of yourself are you displaying on stream that you feel is like really you? Like
really me?
Yeah, like
Almost
what percentage 80. are you?
80%.
Alright, that's pretty good.
Yeah, almost 80%. The remaining 20% is me really being hard on myself and the insecurities and all that. I don't show that on stream. But I do cry a bit on stream because I do get emotional. So when we listen to like sad songs or like we watch sad movies or sad clips, the tears just flow out, but I'm often like, okay, I'll go away from screen and
But in
wipe it
this
off.
age of like, especially when it comes to streamers, right?
Yeah.
There's this thing of like, oh, you gotta be authentic. You gotta be, true to yourself, and you
Yeah.
gotta show your audience. And like,
Yeah.
there is this thing of like showing your vulnerabilities.
Yes, I think there is an extent to that. When it comes to vulnerabilities, no one is going to want to watch you be sad 24/7.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like you have to really, I'm definitely trained to be an extrovert, because on camera, you have to be a bit more energetic. You have to say things to grab people's attention. You have to act a certain way. And if you're like yourself, when I meet people face to face, like we go on dates or whatever, I am not the person on stream. Because I don't say, welcome to my stream, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining our stream.
Thank you for the sub.
Yeah, thank you for the sub. Hey, thank you for the meal. You don't say these kind of things. So definitely a bit different lah. But I would say I'm still true to myself in terms of my values, my beliefs, how I see things, and my perspective on things.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah. I try.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
Okay, like with industries and all that being opening up again, the opportunities that a lot of us like lost when the pandemic hit, right? I mean, let's face it, one big reason a lot of people went into streaming was because pandemic hit, everyone was stuck indoors. Streaming, okay lah, let me try. And then you made a couple of bucks, and then like, maybe there's something here, right? I'm just keep going, right? But now that industries are opening up, and like, oh yeah, okay, man, like the amount of time I spend doing this, like I used to be able to like make this in one event, that kind of thing. Like,
I understand. I definitely am getting booked for gigs and all that, and that's great. In regards to like money, yes lah, you do one event, you can cover a whole month of streaming, for example, right? But at the same time, I would like to treat streaming as more like a passion project, where I'm able to like experiment, try things out. Sure, I can earn some money here and there, but I know that once I make streaming like, okay, this is how I'm going to get money for food, then it's going to get very toxic for me, because the entertainment scene generally is fluctuating. You cannot guarantee, and with streaming, you cannot guarantee, okay, I'm going to get 3K every month. It's, you can't guarantee that.
Do you see yourself, or are you like actively working towards content creation in general as like a viable career path for yourself? Or is
I
it
see content creation as definitely something, if I'm able to push it long term, I would love to. But at the same time, I have to also, pull myself back and figure out like a timeline on how long I want to do this. Because I cannot be hustling for so long and then missing out maybe another opportunity at a desk job or whatever. Maybe I'm good in that, I don't know.
Would you take a desk job though?
If this thing fails, yeah.
Okay.
I want to be rich.
Anything to get there now.
No, I mean, I won't say anything.
Doesn't matter what you're doing.
I definitely want to be a businesswoman. I want to have my own business one day. What business it is, I don't know yet. Whether it's an agency, digital marketing agency or whatever, talent management, I don't know. Content creation hub, I don't know. Right now, I think I'm at this season where I'm really just experimenting, trying to see where it goes. Plus, I do want to further my studies overseas. So I don't know where that's going to take me. But yeah, in terms of where I see myself in the future, I just really want to be happy and proud of my accomplishments. I'm not there at the moment. I still need to hustle and I still need to learn a lot. And the problem with me is that I always jump from things to things and I don't have something that I could call my own. At the moment, Twitch is something that I can, I've done it a little bit, but it's still a long journey to go.
I resonate a lot with you on the jumping from thing to thing, because that's a big problem I have as well. Even the origins of my YouTube channel and like Facebook page name, right, stem from that. I was trying to get into emceeing and trying out different things, right? Not that I've never done it before, but it's like now I'm like, okay lah, maybe I want to like, dip my toe back in there and go back in there and do different things again. And my friend was like, bro, like you're a singer, you're a voiceover talent, and now you're trying to go out as an MC. Like nobody will know what you're trying to do. They'll think you're a jack of all trades and master of none, right? Yes. So when it came to setting up my Facebook page and my YouTube channel, I was like, die lah, how?
Yeah.
Do I put like StevenBones comedian, StevenBones singer, StevenBones voiceover, StevenBones what? Because it just like restricts you, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay lah, I don't know what, I just put everything lah. At least it's me. I hate using these words, but like, you know, I don't know if your generation had this issue, but like for me, like I was raised with that thing of like a very survival mode kind of mindset. Like you go, like you do what you can to survive and all that, right? Granted, I'm in voiceover, so it's a very, it's the best job ever lah. Huh? I don't care what you do, it's the best job ever, okay? But yeah, starting the page and everything and getting comedy is like, yeah, it's where I really had a lot of growth because suddenly I had to figure out what am I putting out?
Yeah.
Who am I to the outside world and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. But how do you cope with like different platforms?
I don't know. I'm still figuring that out.
I'm still figuring it out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not easy lah. I'm really trying to be active on TikTok, really trying to post consistently on YouTube and Instagram and Twitch. Those 4 platforms itself, and Twitter as well.
Yeah, Twitter as well.
It's so hard.
Right.
And I think there are like only maybe a handful of days when I'm able to accomplish all of them. And by the end of it, I literally spend like 18 hours in front of the computer with no break.
Yeah.
And then I think to myself, I can't do this. Like, it's so detrimental to my health.
You had days, right, when you step off and then your eyes are just like...
Yeah, like, cannot focus already after that. Like,
yeah. Do you want to stream now, kids?
Captain!